All right, people, we are here and welcome to another edition of Wake and Pack on a Wednesday morning, hump day for you freaks out there. And today, we're going to be a little fun today. We're going to have a little fun today. Normally, the media sucks videos I come up with, it comes out of frustration. This one could be frustrating too, but it's actually a little more amusing to me. I seen this story when it first came out. I thought this would gain a lot more traction, a lot more clicks, a lot more clout, a lot more people trying to tear down our franchise, but it didn't happen. But we're going to go over this one situation that happened when the Packers beat down on Dallas in the playoffs. So here we go. She will remain nameless. Again, we ain't going to give her that much clout in this shit, but basically what happened, y'all, and I'm gonna get to y'all, I'm gonna talk to y'all. Let me go and do my cold open. She said during the game, Packers were very verbally abusive to the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, to the point where they were on the verge of tears during that game. They were yelled at, insulted by some of the Packers. Most of them came after touchdowns, said the Packers players ran in their face, screaming obscenities, said that they should be penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct for doing that kind of stuff that they were doing to them. And they said that the Packers are not even able and can't do that to the playoffs. You know, somebody... They wouldn't be able to do that to the Cowboys players themselves. Well, baby girl, since we're not going to say her name, we're going to call her baby girl or boo boo, whatever we want to call her. And she don't look that bad anyway. She looked pretty good. Hey, I give you that. I ain't going to hold you on that. But she says that the Packers players wouldn't be able to do that against the Cowboys players. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl. What the Packers did to the Cowboys players that game was actually worse than anything that could have happened to you. I might want to say that the Packers SA, I don't want to say it, the Dallas Cowboys that game pretty much bent them over. No Vaseline, and just went to work for 2 or 3 sessions. It was a rough route for the Cowboys. So for her to say that the stuff that the Packers players were saying to the cheerleaders, they wouldn't even be able to say and do to the Cowboys. Well, we did a lot worse to the Cowboys. And then let's break this down a little more. This is not a dog show. Walking the dogs looking cute. This is not a beauty pageantry. This is not RuPaul's show, whatever the fuck that show is called. This isn't that. So, football is, it's a sport, right? But it's kind of like a war game, right? The rules of this sport is kind of like the rules of war. I am not by any means comparing these guys to our fighters who go overseas and do whatever they need to do other countries to fight for this country. I ain't going Kellen Winslow on y'all. But what I'm saying is this game, man, is a brutal game. And 4-letter words are very, 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 very common in this game, to the point where I was in 2nd and 3rd grade. Coaches was yelling at me, cursing me out. That does nothing but get us prepared for the game, because it's a brutal game. So I don't know where she grew up at. I don't know if at this high level of cheerleading that, are these just professional dancers coming in? Do they have really a cheerleading background? Did they cheer in college? Did they cheer in high school? And if so, baby girl, if you cheered in high school, you should know how tense it gets. I don't know where you're from or what you're doing, but in LA, shit, the cheerleaders is rough. The cheerleaders started off. The cheerleaders curse out the opposing players coming into the field. Yeah, y'all ain't shit. Y'all about to get beat down. That's what the cheerleaders do over here. So I'm sure that happens all over the globe, or at least all over the U.S. This is U.S. football we're talking about, where, motherfuckers get into verbal spats. But my only thing is, I'm not into blanket statements. Where's the proof at, right? In America, you can have a guy running down the street with a knife with blood on it, leaving the scene, We are still going to do the due diligence of creating a case, doing the investigations, get detectives on it, see if the blood matches. He could have been leaving a Halloween party down the street and had fake ketchup on a knife. They have to investigate and figure out what's going on. So who said it, baby girl? Can we get a year, make, and model? Can we get a name? Can we get a number? We are in Dallas Jerry's world. So many boom mics, so many cameras everywhere catching everything. We did not catch. I watched highlights. You know, we did not catch a Packers player getting up in the face of one of these Dallas cheerleaders like that. And for them saying that they verbally got assaulted now, especially, you know, for my sisters out there, they got enough to deal with and go through. We don't want them having to go to work and dealing with certain kind of shit like this. But I do not think it was excessive. I think this was a clickbait kind of trait. I think this was a story that they thought that was going to be bigger, but it wasn't, because nobody gives a fuck about what happened to Dallas. And they just took that beat down. I think they were just salty. And again, how fast and how witty are these players? What amount of four-letter words could they say to have you on the verge of tears, cheerleaders? And we'll get to the Cowboys cheerleaders in particular a little later. But what a combination of words did they say that'll have you cry? Because the last time I remember, everybody in the stands was crying on that game. The popcorn man, the Bud Light man giving out beers, selling beers, the staff, everyone in the crowd, everyone was crying that game. And it had nothing to do with the verbal abuse that the Packers gave to you guys, cheerleaders. It was the abuse that we did down to down. Aaron Jones giving Micah Parsons, take this elbow to the gut, sit down for a couple plays. Aaron Jones taking over the game. You know, Darnell Savage, who y'all want to go on, taking over the game, pick 6. It was an ugly game. Their feelings were hurt over that. Hey, take that in to see how salty she was on the way out. She says, and I'm not going to be cheering. I'll be cheering for every other team except for them. First of all, we don't want your cheers anyway, okay? And the stadium that you work in is Lambeau South. So we don't need your extra shit you need to say. And then again, if you were really verbally abused and something really happened, can we get a name? Can we get a date? Can we get a number? Who said this shit, right? You know, I don't like blatant statements, right? Again, a murderer is running down the street with a knife. We still got to see if he really did it. So who the fuck did that to you? And what exactly did they say to have you guys on the verge of tears? You guys were on the verge of tears because you guys got your ass whooped. And that's that. Another thing about football and four-letter words. Famous video of Marshawn Lynch getting into it with one of the parents at one of his football camps or a football camp of some sort. She said, you shouldn't be talking to the kids like that. Well, ma'am, or boo-boo, you'll be boo-boo in this case too. Do you not know that this is football? Do you not know that you have to have a thick layer of skin? Because what you hear from the other players on the other team is going to be far worse than what your coach is telling you. Coaches may be cursing, but it's constructive criticism. If I fall on the ground, I don't want my coach to say, oh, it's okay, Johnny, get up, we'll get him next time. I want him to say, Johnny, get your ass up, get him next time, get him hard. That's just football, and that's how it goes. And then again, for you to act like you ain't cheered your whole life, maybe you haven't. It goes down with the cheerleaders. The cheerleaders is the ones who set it off, at least as far as LA fucking football. Speaking of cheerleaders too, sometimes, you know, again, we need facts. What was exactly said and who the fuck said it? Before you just say a blanket statement, oh, the Packers were mean. They were mean. What exactly did they say? Okay. And who the fuck really said it? And who got in your face? I didn't see any of that. It was enjoying, you know, watching the rest of the highlights. But I didn't see really no abuse like that. And again, it's a brutal sport, you know, and again, Marshawn Lynch had a camp or whatever. He was on there talking to the kids, trying to give them motivation. A parent says, you shouldn't talk to my kid like that. You shouldn't be talking to the kids like that. Hello, this dude is in the NFL. So clearly, whatever he's done in life, especially to get to the NFL, it has worked. And if he's going to give your son, that might have been all your son needed. Sometimes we'll shake a player's hand. We'll wait outside, you know, wait outside the practice field and hopefully get an autograph as young fans. That might have changed half the kid's life, having Marshawn Lynch come up there and help the squad out. And the mom is very concerned about how this dude is talking. Maybe she didn't know who Marshawn Lynch was, because if you did some homework and research beforehand, you would know this is the I'm just here so I won't get fined. Really a guy who don't give a fuck, but a guy who's respected around the league. So, I just equipped that with what's going on here with this Dallas cheerleader situation. I just think motherfuckers is being soft. And then it's like the spoiled kid who you give everything, they got the whole world. But the first time, as soon as you say no, they fall out on the ground and crying. That's what I'm seeing with this, because upon further research, I looked up the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. They are the most paid over any cheerleading group in the NFL, first of all, whoever has a cheerleading group, which the Packers don't even have. So what you should do, baby girl, again, we don't need you to get disrespected or nothing like that, but what you should do is just look in the mirror and say, you know what? It ain't that bad. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders get so many perks via they get paid the most by hour just to practice than any other cheerleading squad. Their game day checks are even bigger than any other cheerleading squad. They have access to private jets and half of the restaurants and whatever else perks that they get in the city of Dallas, mainly certain spots that Jerry Jones owns. But how many perks do you guys have compared to other cheerleaders? Maybe you need to sit and focus and be more appreciative of that, because Green Bay doesn't even have cheerleaders. And that's something we might want to work on. Now, I don't know how much sexy Eskimo gear that they have out there that the Packers cheerleaders could go out there and shake their asses, in very cold weather. I don't know if that's possible, but damn, let them do it at the Lambeau Field atrium. Let them do it on Ray Nitschke Field, Don Hudson's center. Like, let them do it there. Put it on the Videotron, Jumbotron board at Packers games, and let them fire up the crowd somehow. We need a department with Packers cheerleaders, but I'm just saying, media sucks, and I think this was a story that they thought that they'll get a little more clout, a little more sympathy for, and it just didn't work, and I'm glad. And again, on the way out, she wishes us bad luck anyway to lose to whoever we play. So she was salty anyway, just like everybody else in that goddamn building. So that's all I got today as far as, the media sucks. So yeah, man, I just think, again, I think it was just blown out of proportion. And again, come on now, you are in the field of football, and we don't know who started it. There is a lot of times the Dallas Cowboys players could have actually started this to make the Packers players act this way. Again, I've been there before. We on the field stretching, doing our thing. It's time for them to run out. They're running next to us. Sometimes we're close to being in the same locker room. You hear them chirping and chirping and chirping. So them Dallas Cowboys must have been chirping, and we know the crowd was chirping. So ain't no telling what was said to our players during that whole time. So they might have had a chip on their shoulder, which it looked like they played with, you know what I'm saying, to punish the Dallas Cowboys and whoever got a problem with it. They might have started the whole thing, and you might not have seen that, cheerleaders. But again, hey, just stay in your place. Not woman shaming, nothing like that. I already complimented you, baby girl. You're looking really good. I can't take that away from you. I'm sure the rest of your cheerleading squad looks good too. But hey, y'all are the highest paid cheerleaders in the NFL. So many perks that other cheerleaders don't get to get. They wish that they were in your shoes. Just have some appreciation. Again, remind me of a spoiled kid. You say yes to everything. The moment you say no to one any little thing, they fall on the ground, start crying. So that's what I thought this was. And I am glad that this report here didn't get as much traction. I was going to cover it when it happened, but I was too busy enjoying the victory, and I was too busy moving forward to focusing on San Francisco. So that's all I got for that. Shout out to everybody. As you see here, anybody had questions of finding the Higher Point of View Gaming channel, there's the handle there. It should be pinned in the description. You guys go follow if you're inclined to. It went down yesterday too. I'm talking about we was up to like 2, 3 a.m., man. It really went down. We had a good stream. So if you guys want to follow me, support me there, you are more than welcome. Let's get into this shit. My boy Zane Strong is in the building like clockwork. Thank you for everything you do, bro. We chilling, just talking about these media stories they just use for clickbait. Again, their season was over. There was no more football for the Dallas Cowboys at that point. It was a few days, like a Wednesday or Thursday after we beat them on that Sunday. That's when this report came out, and I'm just glad it didn't get as much traction as they wanted it to. I'm sure they wanted Packers players slandered. They wanted the league to look at us a different kind of way. But them dudes was probably just talking their shit. And who knows who the fuck said what, right? And they could literally be talking about the players on the field. They could score a touchdown and be like, yeah, bitch ass niggas. You know, talking about the players who they just scored on, they're in the end zone. They're kind of close to you guys. They might not even been talking to y'all. Sorry ass motherfuckers. You know, they ain't calling y'all sorry. Y'all look good and y'all doing your dances. You got the stars on with the shorts and the skirts and the cow hats. Y'all looking good. This ain't have nothing to do with y'all. And I'm sure, especially if it was like John Money or Valentine, they probably be trying to holler at y'all. They ain't gonna be mean to y'all like that. They gonna be like, hey, you want to meet up after the game? What's your number? You know, I think they'd have took that route. But shout out to my boy Zane Strong. Hell yeah, check that shit out. And you are on that shit, Zane. I don't know exactly which videos, but you make an appearance on my live streams with gaming a few times. You know what I'm saying? So you're on that shit. We already know how it goes. That's why I just want to tell people whenever, hey, just take it with a grain of salt. Whenever you see an intriguing thumbnail, and then they always pick the most horrible pictures. Like if it's Jair News, they got him with his head down. They got him saying goodbye. Like they know exactly how to make you click this shit. So I'm just saying, be aware and beware when you're clicking on some of these stories. Click it, read it, but really take a grain of salt with it. There's not a game Sunday. There is, you know, again, at that point, they didn't have a game on Sunday. I'm sure if the Dallas Cowboys won and they moved on and beat the Packers, that would not have been the story. It was just because they were salty. And again, what the fuck could we have said to have these bitches, highest paid bitches in the league at their position as far as cheerleaders? What the fuck could the Packers have said to make them on the verge of tears? Hey, get some nuts. Grab y'all nuts, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ought to be a little tougher than that. I'm sure you heard more from your goddamn husbands, boyfriends than what you heard goddamn from the Packers that day. Shout out to my boy Ernie Martinez in the building. Yeah, you ain't missed nothing, Zane. You ain't missed nothing. We just talking about this bullshit report that came out, you know. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders complaining said the Packers had them on the verge of tears, verbal abuse, should have been penalized. They wouldn't have been able to do that to the Cowboys. Well, we actually did worse to the Cowboys, okay? Shout out to G-Pack. Definitely, bro. Clickbait, titles, and imaginary stories. That's all it is. Well, all I'm asking for, let's hold these motherfuckers accountable. I know, hey, we take the time out of our day to read these ads. We might want to just write their name down every now and then, right? And see what else kind of bullshit they feeding out there for the people. These guys are getting paid for it. And again, where does the integrity happen for this? Because every drop pass a motherfucker get, every yard a nigga get, every interception, everything they do on the field gets criticized, talked about, written down, recorded. So these motherfuckers in suits or whatever they doing in they home and they draws with a Kool-Aid stain with one sock on, writing these stories because they got nothing else to say. And misleading titles, clickbait, like the shit is really just nasty. Shout out to my boy Love Jones. Hell yeah, Packer family is in the building. Hello, Brandy, and that's coming from a woman. You know what I'm saying? We are not here to bash women anyway. Hey, they run the world. They can have it. I love them to death. You know, and that is one weak spot I have in my life. You know, you want to fuck me over or hey, put a woman in front of me, I'm gonna go for it. Like, it's gonna be a problem, and I'll be in a trap. I'll be in between a rough and a rock and a hard place. Again, we love our women out there, and then again, shout out to the women on this fucking channel. Shout out to Brandy Lewis. Shout out to Patrice Goldberg. Shout out to Rachel Storm. Shout out to Dorita Fox. Whoever the fuck else. So oh yeah, but hey. We got love on all sides, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would never limit myself to creativeness. Again, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I listen to everything. I listen to a little blues, a little rock and roll, a little metal, rap, R&B, hip hop mostly. But again, I'm not gonna limit myself to good eats or good music, bro. Hey, black people, rappers are not the only ones who make good music, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some, I don't fuck with country at all. But I'm sure there's some country songs that I could be like, okay, this isn't bad, so oh yeah, man, come on, these bitches is spoiled, and I'm sorry, and I mean bitch with the most due respect, bro. They got all kind of shit, bro. Private jets, they could eat anywhere in fucking Dallas if they want. They are the highest paid. They get paid by hour. In game day, they just get a game day check. Like, y'all better sit the fuck down somewhere. Hell yeah, they would look good. And I know it's cold as shit out there, Zane, but they could do that shit on Nitschke Field and the Atrium. They could do that shit at Titletown. Just come up with a few dances with a little, show some skin and put that shit on the Jumbotron in the middle of timeouts and shit like that to get the crowd hype. Come on, Green Bay media. Do y'all need me to step up and do it over there? Oh, well, that's bound to happen. It's kind of like when Aaron Jones is out, right? It's kind of like when Christian Watson is out. Actually, that's not really a good analogy because with Aaron Jones out and Christian Watson out, we still are a competitive team. But shout out to the homie Goat Mike. Yeah, man. I mean, hey, if you're really good, man, they definitely going to miss out for you. Exactly. If they were to do that for us, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling them bitches like, hey, calm the fuck down. It ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? You are the most sought after, highest paid, so many perks cheerleaders that y'all cannot be complaining over a few words said. And I really want to know what combination of 4-letter words that one of these Packers say to you to have you on the verge of tears. That's pretty. What the fuck did these Packers say to you guys to have you guys come out on TikTok, social media complaining about how mean the Packers players were? That just really, I'm sure some of your Dallas Cowboy fans in the crowd were saying a lot of crazy shit about the Packers, way crazier than what was said to you guys. And again, who knows if they was talking to you? When you get in the end zone, the players come amongst each other and start talking their shit together. They might have said, oh, y'all fuck. Did they really just walk up to y'all like, you ugly ass bitch? Is that what was said? Stinking ass hoes. Your pussy stank. Like, did they walk up and say some shit like that? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to get it together. Y'all doing pretty good. Y'all get a lot of perks. Y'all the highest, everything. We already done talked about it. Free jets, free restaurants, other perks I ain't even mentioned. Exactly. Like y'all out there dancing, glittering, stars everywhere, cowgirl hats, seducing young Cowboys fans. Lil Johnny came there to see Dak Prescott, but he's busy looking at your ass over there, shaking your ass. Albeit looking good. That's what I'm saying. Our players ain't like that. Jair's a smooth operator. Corey Carrington Valentine is a smooth operator. I don't see them going up talking to y'all crazy like that. If anything, I see the opposite. Like, hey, baby, what's up? We seem like more of a team that will flirt with the cheerleaders than to curse them out like that. I really still am waiting to know exactly what these guys said to you, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, to have you on the verge of tears. But then again, the whole crowd, the whole stadium was in the verge of tears. Like I said, the popcorn man, hot dog man, beer man, everybody was sad in that stadium. Announcers, everybody. You seen motherfucking what's his name, the coach back in the day? Forgot. Jimmy Johnson. Halftime. Oh, hey, he put on a speech for the ages. Still didn't work. Exactly. Even, Jair and Valentine, because they said it was during scores. And Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones ain't that type of dude. He scored in the game, right? Who else scored? We got to start really looking at who scored. I'm trying to investigate, like, when did this really happen, you guys? But it probably didn't happen. They were just salty, and they were just in their feelings. So that's all that was about. So, that's my story today on the media sucks. It was actually a little lighthearted today, but we just had to give it back to the Cowgirls, man. They were so upset. And again, they wished us bad luck on the way out. They said, oh, we don't care who they play. We do not be rooting for them. We never want you to root for us. Anyway, we got a better record on that field than you guys do. Seriously, if you look at the percentage, damn near. So, that's all I got to say about that. Fuck the Cowboys, again, in recent time hasn't hurt us. I'm more 49ers K right now. That's really public enemy number one on my box. Clearly everybody from the NFC North, but we are coming back to take the North next year. So I would have to look more into that, Brandy, but just outside, without any studying or that, outside looking in, that has to be wrong, right? I mean, are they talking about the last guy with the barbell mustache? Could they be talking about him? The moment he walked in was the moment we start having devastating injuries. I don't know how they gauge it. I don't know what things they look at to say if we are being great. I mean, but you can't look at David Bakhtiari. You can't look at Elton Jenkins. You can't look at Rashawn Gary. You can't look at Christian Watson. You can't look at Eric Stokes' injuries and say that that's some regular shit. Okay. Christian, okay, in and out for a year. You're getting it. You're getting more meat in your bones. This dude been dealing with the same injury for years. Eric Stokes dealing with injuries for 2 years. David Bakhtiari dealing with injuries for, again, that is not the end all be all for the strength and conditioning coach, right? There's only so much stretching you could do. There's only so much guidance you could do when telling people the proper way how to lift weights, to do this, to do that, or which attribute do you want to strengthen during the off season so you can be a better player at set certain thing when the season comes. I don't know. Yeah, but then that goes to say, like, who the fuck is grading this shit and where the fuck are they from? That's why I told you guys, hey, cognitive scores, Wonderlic, RAS, all that is cute, is nice for reference. But the only way you could judge a football player is to put your eyes on the field and down by down, see how they react. See how they react when they get beat. And then got to come back and line up against the same dude who just rammed his head in the ground or who just burnt them on a route. You know, cornerbacks have to be some of the most confident players ever in football because they got to get burnt and forget about it. Shit, I get burnt in Madden. You guys will see. I get a little pissed off sometimes with Madden when they do certain shit to me. So imagine these players, bro. Tough position. You know what I'm saying? So again. Oh, and I mean, if players on the team vote, Brandy, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of dangerous doing that. Because what happened to Joe Barry? He got fired, right? But what if you would have asked every player, they asked Rashawn right after the season about Joe Barry? Of course he wants to keep him. It's different. They have personal relationships with these guys. They don't just cheer on them on Sundays and hope they do well. They actually damn near live with them. They spend a lot of time with them. They care about these people. So again, and when you're within the team, sometimes everything outside of 1265 don't need to know what's going on at 1265. So that might be very fabricated. You know what I'm saying? And again, of course, the players, we're a good traditional team. You know, we don't like any locker room issues or no kind of problems like that. So of course, these players are not going to like say anything bad about that, you know, and they might not even know what the fuck is good strength and conditioning themselves. You know what I'm saying? So. Okay, yeah. And you know what? That should be something easily provided. Now, God damn it, these players are getting paid a good significant amount of money. They got their baby mamas out going all over the country, flying everywhere, spending all the money doing this and that. Where's the baby mamas at? Where's the nannies at? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we don't want no baby mama drama in the parking lot. That's happened to me. My workplace, I've gotten in real big drama over women in a parking lot. Like, that's embarrassing. Nobody want any of that. Hey, baby mamas, I wouldn't allow their ass to come up there, man. It can't be good. Like, what you coming up to practice for? You know, hey, you found his phone, his side phone in the car. You know, what you found out about this trip that he went on and he said he had to do a team friendly thing. Like, you know, you got to be really careful with that. No, it's not needed. It is not needed, but again, it is a ploy, right? Sometimes the franchise tag is something that you use to your benefit. Sometimes the franchise tag amount that you have to pay is similar or around to what the set player that you're putting it on will be making. It's just kind of like a kick the can down the road for a year. Hey, we're interested in you. We're going to give you this amount per year. I mean, at least for 1 year, that's probably what you're worth per year, or you might be worth less. You know, just like with Jay Love, we had to sign him at some point or extend him, right? Because his rookie or whatever came up. Like, we might have to pay him a pretty penny. So, you know, it is not needed. For sure, it's not needed because it's not used every year. But, you know, if there's a set position that we could use it at, which I think we can, you know, I'm not opposed to using it. Players don't like it being used on them because they want longevity. But again, hey, 20 mil for the franchise tag, man. If you're making around that in the area of whatever, it should be guaranteed. So I'll take that money. But, you know, they want long deals. In what order this year? I don't know the question. Maybe rephrase it, Brandy, but I will say this about safety. We need to draft one and we need to get one in free agency. Bottom fucking line. Shit, Zane, I am not going to get into the details of that. But I mean, again, got to be a pretty penny. Russ Ball special. Let's give him something comfortable and nice. Maybe a little over what he may deserve at this point. But like, if we're looking at the trajectory, it's best we pay Jordan Love now. Look how much he improves over 1 year. Do you not think he's going to improve next year? We're going to have more continuity on the team. Matt LaFleur might open up the playbook more. He might just let Jordan Love let it fly more. Again, you see he was kind of sheltered a little bit early in the beginning of the year. Then it just seems like Matt LaFleur let Jordan Love let that shit fly. Okay? I don't know either of them. Wait, you talking about Jordan Fuller from the Rams? And McKinney from the Giants? Is that who you talking? I mean, really anything would be a help and an upgrade from our safety position right now. Really, bro. And they saying Savage is gonna go out there and get 7-8 million. Fucking be my guest. We should not be paying, him 7-8 million, right? Again, yeah, we know it's not our money, but like, from what we else could get in the draft and for what he's doing for this team, he could be on the move. Wow, I didn't see that. But again, y'all, groin injuries. I'm a tough cookie myself, and the only time I did miss a game was hamstring and groin injury. Soft tissue issues. So, damn, that's crazy. I hope he gets better, right? But again, 40, is it really a translation of a football move? You're on all fours in the track stance, and you run as fast as you can. You don't have a ball in your hand. You're not chasing a defender. I mean, you're not chasing an offender who's trying to shake you and do all kind of stuff. Again, I guess speed and acceleration, like my boy Cage said, that's how they are. That's what they judge from the 40s. But again, a 40-yard dash really doesn't translate to really football action. 3 cone drills to me, lateral movement, looking, following a ball. That's the kind of football drills we do. But just running a 40, I mean, yeah, anybody could run a 40 nice. What about when the play is called? What about when you just got your bell rang? That's what it's about. So y'all got to be careful. Shout out to my boy, man, Taylor Bell, Packers Kingdom in the building. Hey, look, whatever we need to do, bro. I didn't think we were doing anything. I thought we were in cap hell, but it seems like, Gutekunst is going to go out there and get some. So I don't know, man. You got a lot of people out there that can help us. Austin Eckler could come in and help us a lot, bro. Especially as a second option. Imagine Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler. That'll be a fucking problem. That would be a big problem. So, we'll see what happens. That would be nice, bro. I hope so, right? We definitely need safety play. And I won't be satisfied. We have to draft one and get one in free agency. We just can't miss. We're going to get a free agent, guy who knows the game, been in the league for a while and done did some shit, okay? And we're going to get his probably guy who's going to end up replacing him 4 years later, 3 years later. Like, we just need to do that now. We have the draft capital to do it. Nah, no updates. That's why I'm still upset. Like, y'all choose random times to do these stories and motherfuckers just got to sit and wait on it. So a motherfucker who read that story from Ty Silverstein is like, now, like, oh, shit. Now we on Aaron Jones watch. No, I'm not about to stress myself out every day looking up, seeing what the fuck going on with Aaron Jones because ain't shit going to happen. We just need to look up the certain dates in the league year to see when motherfuckers can get signed and do all that. We'll go by that. We're not going to go by what a motherfucker just say, and he retracted his shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant this, For sure. For sure. Or, again, Brandy, this Hafley guy, man, he might know of a guy coming out of college. He just came from college. That's why I want to do both. Clearly, I would love a vet who's been there, done that, and, gets the physicality of the game, been there, right? But, we might have that guy who can just really be a rookie sensation. Bro, we got the premium picks, right? We have premium picks. We should be able to get something very talented out of the draft at that position. Hey, don't sound smart, bro. People not going to want to hear that. People are over Bach. Again, I always tell y'all I love Bach. He's my birthday twin. And again, it's kind of like, what have you done for me lately? People get mad they just haven't seen him. But my counter question is, the last time you did see him, how the fuck did he look? Which was very great. I think the last time we seen him was Chicago this year. And then the other time we seen him before that, before an extensive amount of period of him being gone, he just looks amazing. Again, top tier talent at that position, and that's hard. Wouldn't be mad at that. Hey, for real, hey, with your legs, bro, hey, he might go out there and get another all-pro. You got some fresh legs, man. I see you shooting them free throws, dog. But yeah, with that said, I'm out of here, y'all. There is the channel for the gaming channel. It goes down over there, y'all. It gets intense, y'all. You guys will see. So thank you guys for even inquiring or following me on that. A lot of people, you know, need help in the game. I have a series out there, Madden Ultimate Team for Dummies. I'm literally teaching people like this is what you should be doing, you know, and I will continue that series. And, you know, I'll continue to help people in that game, you know, for sure. And yeah, I'm out of here on that. Hey, Brandy says peace. That mean we out of this bitch. So, oh yeah, I'll be on a little later today. I don't know about Madden though. I just got WWE. People been wanting me to play that. I got to get back. I got to get on that. I was trying to play the WWE yesterday in my stream, but I had to download it and I had to redo, put my email. I didn't want to, you know, show all that personal information and all that. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. But yeah, I'll be on there a little later. But I think I might be on WWE. But yeah, go and check the channel out. Shout out to Zane Strong. Shout out to Love Jones, man. Brandy Lewis, of course, my favorite. Shout out to Goat Mike Fitness, man. Again, be careful what you ask for, man. We need all our limbs, bro. You know, they professional athletes. They get the best treatment, massages, all that out there. Keep your limbs, bro. I'm keeping mine, you know. Hey, the only thing I would take from these football players is their contract, is their bank account. Other than that, I can do the rest. Shout out to Goat Mike Fitness, man. Packers Kingdom, Taylor Bell, thank you for coming through. We're going to link up. We're going to get together. Shout out to Love Jones. If I forgot about you, I didn't forget about you. G-Pack, thank you for coming through. Ernie Martinez, shout out to Milto. Shout out to John Boehnen. If you did not hit the like button on your way in, hit it on your way out. This has been Wake and Pack. Thank you. This was a, you know, more lighthearted, fun one. But, you know, to end this, fuck the Cowboys and their cheerleaders. How about that? See y'all tomorrow.